Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday in the Wild on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. I am your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me today and pushing play on today's episode. Today, I want you to take something really, truly to heart, as there are so many tragic things happening right now that are very loud in the media. I know there's always tragic things happening, unfortunately, but it's really loud in the media right now. And as I was thinking about this and how heavy it feels, I was just reminded that this is why being who we are meant to be is important. Because when we are living in our power, when we know that we can create change in our own lives, it gives us the confidence and the ability to create change on a bigger scale for more people. When we are living in the courage of our own life, when we are having that courage to be who it is we want to be and to live how it is we want to live, then when we are called upon to be courageous, we're already in the practice of it. There are people out there that are depending on us to be who we are meant to be, to have the impact we are meant to have, to act with courage on the small things so that we can then do it in the big things. And it seems so unrelated sometimes that the personal development and the impact on the world at large. However, when you are in your power, when you are making changes in your life, that has a ripple effect out into the world. And the only thing that you can ever really truly control are your own actions and your own thoughts and your own emotions. And so when all of that is keyed up to be as empowered and as courageous, and you can use that to stand for what's right, and you can use that to be a good human being and to make the impact that you are meant to make, that has a ripple effect. Personal development or self-help or whatever, it sounds so self-focused, right? But that is all you can truly control. That is all you can truly control. And there will be a time when you are called upon to do more, be more, make a difference, make an impact, and you have to be ready. You have to be ready emotionally, you have to be ready mentally, you have to be ready physically, you have to be ready energetically. And how do you get ready? How do you get ready? You get ready by developing yourself to be ready when that moment comes. It's that saying, is it a gospel saying? I don't know. Many are called, but few are chosen. The reason that few are chosen is because few are ready. Few spent that time preparing themselves, getting themselves ready, doing what they needed to do in order to be the kind of person that can be chosen to make that impact, to make that difference. And I don't know who is called for what, right? I don't know what impact you're supposed to make or what difference you're supposed to make. And you might not even know until you're in that situation. But I do know that you being who you're meant to be, you working on yourself, becoming better every day, you learning how to manage your emotions, regulate your nervous system, act with courage in your own life, that has a ripple effect. Because even if you aren't called to make a difference, what if your example impacts another person who is? What if your example makes an impact on someone in the next generation who is watching you, and you being who you are meant to be gives them the courage to be who they are meant to be so that they can make the difference that they need to make, or that they can make, or they have the opportunity to make, or whatever it is. That's truly why this work is important, because the ripple effect is real, and you get to control what goes out from you by the way you behave, by the way you interact with others, by the way you engage with the world, by what you put out there. You have an impact. And I think a lot of the times we don't even acknowledge the kind of impact that we make because it's not intentional. We're just like, we have blinders on and we're just going through our day, so we don't even notice the impact that we make on others. But you are always making an impact on others, whether or not you realize it. So it is your job to make a great impact, to empower others, to encourage others, to help others feel like they can act with courage in their lives, to do the things that are right, to treat people well, to be empowered in their own lives so that they can make a difference. And the way you can make that impact is by you living your life, you being a living example on how this is done. And trying again and just giving it your all. There are so many things happening that simply should not be happening. It doesn't make any sense to treat human beings this way. It doesn't make any sense. So we need the people with the good hearts who know how to treat people well to be in positions to make that difference. We need people to believe in their own impact. We need people to be empowered. We need people to be in practice of acting in courage. And that is a day-to-day thing. That's something that you work on a daily basis so that it becomes part of who you are, not just something that you do occasionally. It becomes part of how you operate, part of how you engage in the world. And that's how you can make a difference. Because again, all you can truly, truly control is what you do, what you think, what emotions you allow to be in control of you. That's what you can control. So if you can view yourself as a tool for good, you would want this tool to be in as perfect condition as possible. You would want it to be able to perform its tasks as well as possible. Like, you're the only one that can maintain and improve that tool, this tool for good. And so that's your job. That's your job. And I feel like it's my job, really. I'm great at encouraging people. I love that. I love being enthusiastic. I love telling people that they can do it. I love telling people that they can matter, or they do matter. I love telling people that they can do it and that they do matter. I love that. And I love empowering people to live their best lives and be who they are meant to be. And that's the role that I get to play. And if I'm called to do something different, then I want to be in practice of using my voice and acting courageously that I can stand up and answer that call, that I can be that person, whoever else I need to be, when I am called for it because I have worked on myself all along the way. So, in your sphere of influence, in your daily existence, and however you engage in the world, it's your responsibility to be the absolute best you can be and make that positive impact on your sphere so that people can then make positive impacts on their spheres, and we can create this ripple effect that will make a massive difference. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I totally love you. Bye for now.